Setting up a portal to add related records. In the previous video, you created a client detail layout. In this video, you'll create a visit detail layout where your users can see information about each visit as well as any services provided. First, you'll create a new layout. If you're not in layout mode, click Edit Layout. In the toolbar, choose New Layout, Report. Since we're creating a visit detail layout, choose Visit in the Show Records From dropdown. Name the layout Visit Details. Choose Touch Device, then select iPad. Similar to the client detail layout, choose Form and then click Finish. Use the text tool to add the title Visit Details on the layout in the top navigation part. In the Inspector Style panel, choose Header Text as the style. While your app relates client and visit by client ID, your users will want to know who the client is for each visit record by name. In order to show the client name, you'll want to add fields from the Related Client table. Open the field picker if it's not already open. Click on Client ID and hold down the Shift key. Then click on Therapist. You'll have 4 fields selected. Drag those fields to the layout, lined up with the layout title. Click Exit Layout to view your layout in browse mode. Notice that for each visit you know the ID of the related client, but currently you don't know the name of the client. You can solve this by adding fields from the client table to show the actual name. Click Edit Layout. Draw a box around the visit date, visit time, and therapist labels and fields. Then drag them down to make space for 2 more fields under Client ID. In the field picker, change the drop-down to Client instead of Current Table. Click on First Name, hold down the Shift key, and then click on Last Name, and drag them onto the layout right below the Client ID field. You'll notice that these fields have 2 colons before the field name in layout mode. This identifies that the fields are related fields. Exit Layout Mode. Now you'll see the first and last name of the client for each visit. Next, add the remaining fields on the layout. Choose Edit Layout. In the field picker, switch the drop-down from Client back to Current Table Visit at the top. Now you'll add visit-related fields to the layout. Drag the Note field to the right side of the existing fields. Since the Note field can have a lot of text, extend the field down to Therapist. You've now added fields from both the Client and Visit table. As your therapists are viewing this layout, they'll also want to see the specific services received during the visit. You can do this by creating a services portal. Click on the Portal tool in the toolbar and draw a rectangle below the existing fields. Choose Service from the Show Related Records From dropdown and turn on the vertical scroll bar. Set the number of rows to 5 and click OK. Click Move All to select 4 fields for the portal. This will include the Service ID, which is the primary key, as well as the Visit ID, which is the foreign key. Adding these will help us visualize the data and relationships. Click OK to finish. Similar to the client detail layout, the portal does not have labels. Select the text box tool and click above the portal. Type Service ID. Duplicate the text box and move it above the Visit ID field in the portal. Replace the text in the text box with Visit ID. Repeat this process for the remaining 2 fields. Service name and duration. Exit Layout Mode to see the data in the fields and in the portal you just created. Your therapist can now see the details of a visit, as well as the client's name and the services that occurred. Currently, there's no easy way to enter additional services. You can do so by changing the relationships in the Relationships graph. Choose File, Manage, Database, and then click on the Relationships tab. Double-click on the box on the line between Visit and Service. The Edit Relationship dialog will appear. This dialog shows you how the table on the left relates to the table on the right. In this case, the 2 tables are related by the Visit ID fields. Below, there are 3 options on each side of the relationship. Since you want to allow users to create service records from the Visit table, focus your attention on the Service side. Turn on the first checkbox, which allows users to create records via the relationship. This means that if you're on a visit with the primary key 100 and you create a related record through the portal, the new related record will set the foreign key to 100. Click OK to save your changes to the relationship. Here's what your users will see. In the case of Ada, she has 2 services for her visit on July 30th. With the change you made in the relationship, you can now click in the last empty row in the portal. When you enter data, a new related record will be created through the relationship. In the service name field, type Follow-up Evaluation, and for duration, enter 45. Now Ada has 3 services for her July 30th visit. If you need to add a 4th or 5th service, choose the last row of the portal again and start entering your data. In this video, you created a visit detail layout. You added fields from a related table. You modified a relationship to allow users to create records in a portal. In the next lesson, you'll learn how to format field objects to improve data entry for your users.